What's up everybody? Today on the channel, we are taking a look at a Bluetooth wireless label printer that makes shipping products for your small business or just for personal use a whole lot simpler. Let's take a look at it. What's up everybody, my name is Jordan. This is the Phase Reviews YouTube channel. If you're new here, thank you for joining me, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back as always. This is the NELKO Bluetooth wireless thermal label printer. It's got a long name, but it makes my life a whole lot easier. In the past on this channel, I've taken a look at a different thermal Bluetooth printer. It was okay, but it had some issues with it. It was pretty big and bulky, and this little guy is a whole lot sleeker and a whole lot simpler to use. I'm really excited to tell you about it. Now, before I dive into that, if you're not a subscriber already, consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell, liking the video, and leaving a comment. If you're a subscriber, welcome back as always. We're gonna dive into the unboxing, and I'm gonna tell you about all the specs and features of this product in the video today, give you a demo of its use, and then let you know whether or not I think it's worth picking up. Starting off with the unboxing, I already did that previously. As you can tell, I'll overlay the footage on top of this video. I'll set the actual printer down right here, and we'll talk about a few of the things that come inside. Now, what you're gonna see on top is this packet right here, and of course this is gonna contain your user manual, which is actually very helpful, kind of walks you through how you can set this up to work either on your Apple device, your Android device, or on your home PC. So if you have a small office setup, you can actually connect this via a regular printer cable to your computer and print your labels that way. I do pretty much everything on my phone these days, and this integrates perfectly with pirateship.com, Amazon, eBay, any of that stuff. You can print PDFs directly to this guy from your device and not have to use any wires. But if you do want to go that route, they include a printer cable as well. Like I mentioned, we have our manual, we have a little quick start sheet, and then the last couple things in this bag are going to be an adapter to go from USB-C to regular USB, if your device has that. They say use this over a hub, it works better. They also include a little flash drive here that has all of the drivers, so if you're using this on a desktop or a laptop, you can get your drivers off of here or off of their website. And then they include this little packet of labels. Now, I looked through the Amazon listing and everywhere. I could not get a count on this guy. I imagine it's somewhere between 25 and 50 free labels. So nice to see that. They are in the flat configuration versus like a roll, which I had on my last product. This actually takes up less space, so I'm fine with that, okay? Now, apart from the adapters and the USB, the labels, we do have our power supply, and they include a very nice big, you know, it's a chunky kind of laptop power block with your standard kind of DC conversion there. And there's plenty of length here to get it up onto your desk, so I like to see that, and the cable is a nice, thick, good quality. So those are all the accessories. Let me kind of move this stuff off the table here, and we'll take a look at the printer itself. Now, taking a look at the printer itself, it's much more sleek and compact, and in my opinion, better looking than the one I reviewed previously. I love the matte black color. This is shorter and less deep than the other one. It just takes up less space on your desk. I'm all for that, especially when it does this job just as well. On the top, we've got a single button with the indicator light. This is how you feed and calibrate the paper, you know, power it on, clear errors, all that stuff. On the front, we have our output with a little cutting strip right here. Around the back, we have our power switch, and we have our power input, as well as the corded input if you want to connect this to a PC or a Mac. And then on the side, we have a little button here to open it up so that you can add the paper in, okay? And it opens kind of as a scissor thing like that, which is a little different from the past version I looked at. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually put this on the table, and what you're gonna do is you wanna feed the label up, okay? On the back side of the label, it said this should face down, pretty self-explanatory. And the first time that you do this, you're gonna have to calibrate it. Now, I've already set mine up to use 4x6 labels. One really nice thing about this printer is that it will actually auto-detect your label size if you want it to. All you have to do is lay the paper in so that it's sitting at the front of the cutter, put this down like that, and then when you power the device up, you hold the button until it beeps a single time. It will feed about 4 sheets through, it will measure how big the label is, and then after that, you're good to go. It's already calibrated for the label size. Now, what they include is 4x6 inch. I think these are far and away the most common size. It's what I use for all of my packages, and when I buy labels on pirateship.com, for example, this is what they're calibrated for. Now, this comes with an app, and what I'm gonna do is give you a quick look at the app, and then we'll do a test print of the printer itself. All right, so let me walk you through getting this printer set up. I'm gonna move it over here and take my sheets of paper. When it comes to adding paper, just click the little latch, open up the printer, take your paper label side up, and place it between the two guides right here. Now you can actually push these in or push these out to fit the correct label size. I've already got mine set up. I'm just gonna put that so it's kind of right at the edge of the front like that, and then close this down on top. I've already got it plugged in, so if I power up the device here in the back, you're gonna hear a beep, and you're gonna see this Bluetooth flashing right there. All I need to do is open up the app, which is called Shipping Printer Pro, and it's gonna take you to this screen right here. Now, there are a few different options. Mine's already connected to the printer, but if I wanted to connect, you can just go up in the top right corner and select the printer from there, okay? Now, this is the home screen of the app, where you can see we've got template, scan, file, gallery, and history. Most of the time, if you're printing off labels from Pirate Ship or Amazon or eBay, you're gonna use the file button. When you pull up the label in the respective app or your web browser, you just save it to the files on your phone, and then you can access it from here. I'm not gonna pull that up because I've got all my personal files in there, but I did make a template label for you to see, okay? So if I hit template and I go to save templates, I made a little fake label here. You can see if I zoom out, oh, maybe not. Let's see if I can zoom out. There we go. You can see I put a couple fake barcodes, I put a fake address and a QR code on there. This is kind of, a pretty busy label, but I did want you to be able to see the print quality. Now, you can set up your own templates if you're making your own labels yourself, absolutely, by adding text, images, codes, shapes, whatever. You can save your templates with the little save icon up there, but most importantly, you're gonna wanna know how to print. So if I click the little print icon over here in the corner, it's going to render the design and take you to the print page. Now on the print page, we have a few different options. You can center the label or print it in the top left. You can choose single page or all pages if you have multiple pages on your label. You can have tagged paper, which is what I have. There's separate labels versus continuous paper where there's no break in the printer paper. Paper size, this will automatically calibrate if you follow the calibration instructions that I mentioned. Again, hold the button for 3 seconds, it will feed the paper through and then beep once when it's done and calibrated. You could also just select your label size by clicking the drop down right there, 4 by 6 inches. Okay, oh, not 4 by 4, 4 by 6. Number of copies 1, and then auto confirm. And there's even more settings in here. How fast you want it to go between 1 and 8, I have it on the middle, as well as the density between 1 and 15, I have it on 6. Offset, auto scale your images, all that kind of stuff. A lot of flexibility. Most of the stuff though is set up out of the box and you should be good to go. You can even do things like cropping and rotating and editing right in this final screen. But I'm just gonna hit the print button. It's going to try and render it, and then it will print out my label. Then all I have to do is tear it, and there you go. Very, very great print quality, easy to read, legible, no smearing or smudging or fading anywhere on it. Super, super impressed with this printer. You can see that before it printed the first label, it kind of backed the paper up to find the start and then fed it through. Once you've already got your size calibrated like I do, it's gonna do that every time. It's super handy, it's very smart printer. You don't have to really set anything up, you just put the paper in and it goes. As you can see with the paper just setting right behind it, it takes up such a small area. I mean, there's my hand for size. It takes such a small area up on your desk. You could fit this into any home office setup. One thing that the printer I reviewed before lacked was the ability to print UPS labels easily, which is a huge bummer because that's a very major shipping carrier. Happy to say that I've tested this on FedEx, USPS, and UPS labels. All of them work without any need to calibrate, change, workarounds. Natively, it works with all the major shipping companies here in the US. I can't speak for internationally, but if you're shipping on one of the big 3, you're not gonna have any issue printing their labels on this printer. And there you have it. That is the NELKO thermal Bluetooth label printer. Very, very happy with this. It's going to replace the one that I already have in my office. That thing's gonna get sold off just because it's more compact, it does just as good of a job, and I love the black finish on it. If you're a small business, this is gonna make things a whole lot easier for you. If you're into hobbies like I am and you're buying and selling things, this also makes shipping stuff to other members of forums, for example, very, very quick. And you don't have to waste all your packing tape putting down on sheets of paper. I hate that. So if you want to grab one of these for yourself, I'll include a link down in the description. You can go buy through there and support the channel. I would of course love you for it. And if you're not going to grab one of these today, just like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. All of those help me to keep bringing you content each and every week. That's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.